take a moment and take a step back in time while we have this time together, while we're not so busy, while we're analyzing our own culture and community. Let's remember something that people love to talk about, and that is B-Boy Summit 99.
Bear witness.
B-Boy Summit 99 occurred at Grand Ackerman Ballroom in Los Angeles and also at the Venice Beach Graffiti Pit in Santa Monica. Those 2 days are historically noted as being some of the most epic days in hip-hop culture. And the reason why? Well, it had to do with the time era that we were living in. We were at the very end of the golden era. You had hip-hop at its zenith in terms of a Renaissance movement, of the culture, of the skills, of the art forms. You still had the community collectively together, all elements. You had very high-level panels, high-level art shows, really dope people involved, of course, in the performances, in the panels. The DJ panel was epic, hosted by Fat Beats. Media Circus and their performance, and people seeing dance styles that they maybe had never seen before. It was mind-blowing exhibit, just getting up there and doing a impromptu set. All types of great things happening. And then, of course, all the stuff going on the floor, where people calling people out, naturally just breaking, doing what we do, just the frenzy and the hype of being around so many dope people and underground heads and just expressing our culture together, right? So, all of that, of course, the legendary 2-on-2 exhibition battle between K-Mel and Wicked versus Flo and Wicked, all of that good stuff, all that dopeness, and then going into day 2 at Venice Beach and just seeing what a melee and pretty much a mess that was. It was really impactful. It was super hard to be at such a day one of a high level production at such an esteemed institution like UCLA and their Grand Ackerman Ballroom, to going to the grimy graffiti pit of Venice Beach and starting the event only to be shut down due to police busting somebody for graffiti, which was actually semi-legal there. There wasn't really a consensus at that point. Like, they would let you paint sometimes they wouldn't. And this person wasn't even associated or there for our event at all. And the crowd reacted to watching this policeman run and tackle this guy from behind, hog tie him with his knee on his back, and people began pelting the police officer with ice as they looked over the graffiti pit onto the beach and saw this occur. He then walked into the graffiti pit and saw how many people were there. There were several thousand of us there at that point. We weren't even started. We were just turning on the music, and he radioed in for help. The next thing you know, the police are there. The next thing you know, they're asking me about my permit. I'm showing them my permit. And then the next thing you know is they called the SWAT team. So, some people call it the Venice Beach riot. If you look it up online, it's often called that. The Discovery Channel still shows it. It was covered by Fox News and all the major news channels. It was actually reported nationally on the news as well, CNN. And have it to just be about just being able to publicly assemble to dance and to enjoy hip-hop culture and music when we were permitted and our rights were violated. So everything that has ensued after that, and just that's memories. So a lot of the people that were there, they were really young. You're talking about B-boys and B-girls that were just, maybe in their really early 20s, if even that. And it was one of their first experiences as a jam, and to actually be part of something like that turned into like an activist movement, and to see legends of our culture like Legs, like battling the police, like throwing disses and burn moves at them, and then seeing like how a peaceful protest was created with interlocked arms and chanting and and calls for peace and social action. Like, some people had never witnessed that or been a part of that were part of hip hop culture. So, you know, we definitely made history. And it's great to be able to go back in time and reflect on that and see what was truly golden about those moments, though they were very painful to be a part of at the time, in some cases. I still don't regret any of it for a moment. Love you guys. Take care. Peace.